Hey, what's up, folks? Michael Anthony here. Welcome to another video. Hope you're having a great day. So we're at the end of January here, and it's one of those times of the year where a lot of people start to kind of fall off the bandwagon of their New Year resolutions, right? And one of the most popular goals that people set for their New Year's resolutions has to do with their health, right? Usually fat loss or getting healthier, working out, going to the gym, right? And it's all kind of tied together with vibrant health, right? We all want to be happy, healthy, wealthy, right? Feel good so we can get up and do the things we enjoy and love, spending time with our families, right? Health really is the ultimate wealth if you think about it. Would you rather have $10 million in poor health? Or would you rather have excellent, exceptional health in $0? And there's no reason to choose one over the other, right? How about both? How about let's be wealthy and healthy? Sounds good, right? So this video in particular, it's gonna be a very general tapping script. Fat loss and health are very multifaceted, right? A lot of people focus solely on nutrition and exercise, both extremely important. They're absolutely pillars of health, but there's many more, right? Your sleep habits alone could impact your hormones and how healthy you are and whether you hold on to extra fat or not. The way you think could impact how healthy you are. If you're in a negative state of being, then you're having more negative stress in your life that impact your emotional and mental well-being. Absolutely will impact the genes that are being turned on and off in your body. That's going to impact your health, your immune system, and that stress from mental and emotional health can greatly impact whether you're holding extra fat or not, or even how you make decisions. And if you're in a stressful state, it's hard to make good decisions, right? So it's very multifaceted. And I always tell people when you're doing these types of tapping, which are very general, right? I'm using general terminology, it may or may not apply to you. The tapping itself will help you regardless of what we're saying, but it's important to pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what memories come up, what colors you see, like anything, old visions, old memories from childhood. Write these things down, take note of them, and keep tapping on them, because that's where you have the breakthroughs. You collapse whatever's holding you back. You flush out maybe what's holding you back, and maybe you'll never know what it was, but you got to peel the layers of the onion, as we say in the EFT world. So hopefully this will be a good head start. Maybe you'll have some significant shifts and change. That would be amazing. If not, just keep tapping. Take note of what you're thinking, how you're feeling, so on and so forth. So fat loss and healthy choices, that's what it's about. Let's do it. All right, nice deep breath in. And let it go. All right, here we go. Repeat after me. Even though I've struggled with fat loss for a long time, it's been very frustrating. I don't like the way it feels. I choose to love, honor, and accept myself right now. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Let it go. And even though I've struggled with sugar, carbs, maybe even alcohol and other substances, it's like I sabotage myself. I eat all these processed foods, industrial seed oils, things that are not good for my health. I consume things that contribute to weight gain, stress on my body, mind, and spirit. This whole fat loss thing just seems so complicated. And I get so frustrated with it, I'm going to go sit down and eat a Snickers. Because it'll make me feel better. And even though I've dealt with this frustration for a long time, I do choose to love, honor, and accept myself exactly the way I am. All right, one more deep breath in through the nose. And let it go. And even though I've fallen off the wagon before, I've allowed myself to derail me. I've self-sabotaged myself on many occasions. And it's happening again. And I just want to kick myself in the ass. What are you doing, Michael? Say your own name. This is all so frustrating. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. I choose to forgive myself and anyone or anything else that contributes to this issue. All right, let's start tapping through these points. I struggle with cravings. These cravings can be intense. These carb cravings, they can be very intense. Oh, maybe I'll just have a little bit. That won't hurt. Next thing I know, I'm knee deep in cookies, cake, pasta, you name it. If it got a carb in it, it's going in my belly. And I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how I'm ever going to have the body I desire. I'm constantly sabotaging myself. Not just with the sugar and carbs, but with the way I think. I find myself in a negative state of being quite a bit. Causes more stress. And when I'm stressed, it's easy to reach for the carbs, for the sugar, maybe even the alcohol. And none of these things are contributing to fat loss or overall health in any beneficial way. These things impact me in a negative way. The funny thing is, I know it, but I can't fight it. All these sugar and carb cravings, all these intense cravings, especially at night. Stressed out, it's been a long day, I'm tired. Easy to reach for those carbs. Or maybe when I'm getting beat up by my boss, friends and family, maybe I got a nasty text message or email. The carbs and sugar are there to save the day. I can consume them and I'll get that warm, fuzzy feeling. It feels so good. And I give my power away. It's like a drug. I use it like a drug. I use carbs, I use sugar, maybe even alcohol. Like a drug, they are drugs. They're addictive. They impact my body in a negative way. It's really hard to deal with this. I have a really hard time dealing with this. This is so challenging. This is incredibly challenging. I don't know what to do. This issue is so multifaceted. I just want to look in the mirror and feel good by the way I look. I just want to sit down and be able to eat a healthy meal of real food and feel satisfied by it. My body, mind, and sometimes my spirit get hijacked by these sugar, carb cravings, by the alcohol, by the negative stress, by the poor sleep patterns, staying up too late, sleeping in, binge watching Netflix, binge watching YouTube. All of these things are contributing to the negative impact on my body. And I know it to be true, but I don't know what to do. Well, I can start with the tapping. I could use this tapping just as I'm doing right now, every time I feel a craving. And maybe it's 100 times a day at first. By God, I can tap 100 times a day if need be. I choose to allow myself to become aware of these addictive feelings. And before I reach for those carbs, also known as sugar, I choose to become aware. The more awareness I have of what is happening with my mind and body, I can change it. I can instill change if I'm aware. I choose to expand my awareness now. I choose to instill this pattern of becoming more aware of how I feel, more aware of what I'm thinking and feeling. This will allow me to harness the power of my mind, the power of intention. And my intention is to stop these cravings dead in their tracks. I will use tapping, and I will go through the points. Even though I'm feeling these intense sugar cravings right now, I want a bowl of pasta. I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. I will go through the points one by one. This intense craving. This intense craving. This intense craving, I feel it throughout my entire body. It's like a red hot energy, pushing and pulling me in different directions. And I choose to let it go. I choose to use whatever words or phrases come to me because I'm more aware of how I feel. And I choose to keep tapping until they go away. I choose other healthy habits as well. I will write these intentions down and use them as needed. Going to sleep early. No phone in the bedroom. No binging anything. Getting up extra early. Working out. Being disciplined. And you only need to, and I only need to be disciplined for a short period of time. Because discipline is only required to create a habit. Once the activity or thought pattern becomes a habit, then I don't need discipline anymore. Because the subconscious mind takes over. It's a habit. So I choose to allow myself to work on myself, to create new habits that support my overall health and well-being. I choose to realize that fat loss and having the body of my dreams is more than nutrition and exercise. I choose to manage my stress levels using positive thinking, tapping, meditation, journaling, not being sucked into news and social media, focusing more on what I want and less on what I don't want, taking care of my emotional hygiene. I choose to allow myself to go to sleep at a decent time and not expose my eyes and body to blue lights from my phone. And if I can't sleep, I'll do some meditating, some tapping, some visualization, journaling, reading a book. There's a whole slew of beneficial activities I could do other than stare at my phone. And I choose to commit to that. I choose to eat a wholesome, healthy diet full of real foods. I choose not to stress out about it. I choose not to beat myself up. I choose to be strong, healthy, and happy in all areas of my life. Because when my entire mind, body, and spirit are aligned, then my body will allow the fat to fall right off. My body will allow me to fall asleep at a decent time. My stress levels will come down. I will fire and wire these amazing habits, creating an amazing life. And it's all going to start right here, right now. I choose to allow myself a healthy, happy life. I choose to continue to pursue the body of my dreams. Sexy as a mother. Muscular and strong, baby. Energetic and stress-free. And if I fall off the wagon, I'm going to get right back up immediately. Shift my state of being and commit to not beating myself up. So help me God. Body, mind, and spirit. Deep breath in. Let it go. All right. We touched on a lot there. This video is like over 20 minutes, whatever. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. You may have had lots of memories come up, lots of thoughts, lots of images. Hopefully you're taking note of it. If you need to pause the video and take note of things, don't be afraid to do that. Just take a quick note to remind yourself of something, get right back in the tapping. And then after the video is done, you can keep tapping on things that came up for you. Maybe an old memory that when you were a child, your grandma used to give you candy when you were upset, and it was comforting and it felt good. And that memory could have been branded into your body and mind in such a way that anytime you don't feel good, you're automatically going for the candy and you don't even remember why or how your body's like getting you to do that, right? It's very intricate the way the mind and the body work, and the subconscious is powerful. It's hard to just change it by saying I'm going to change it. That's why we use all these techniques and stuff. So be very open to whatever comes up, a fleeting thought, a fleeting memory. Write that stuff down and keep tapping on it. And if you don't even know what it is, right, like you just go back into the tapping, right? The video finished, maybe you took some notes, you keep tapping, go, this memory of when I was a child, I'm not sure what this has to do with it, but I remember walking down the side, right? Just unpack it, unpack it. Your body, your mind, your subconscious mind will give you clues. Follow those clues and keep tapping. If you want to work with a coach, I'm here for you. And there's lots of other amazing coaches out there, EFT practitioners, personal development coaches, a lot of people with different techniques, but tapping is a great one to use. So that's what I like to use. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.